This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything that is mentioned in this video is allegedly. I'm going to share 2 psychic readings which I feel resonate and explain the situation succinctly. And again, everything is allegedly.
When a person is envious or jealous of you, they will unalive you. And if they do not have the courage to do that, they will destroy and ruin everything in your life. Allegedly, there were multiple people who were jealous of him, but there was one friend in particular who not only hated him, but was obsessed with him. I wouldn't be surprised if this friend allegedly was attracted to him. But this particular friend hated Nolan, allegedly, because Nolan was thriving. Allegedly, Nolan had the life that this friend wanted. Even if Nolan didn't have as much as he did, the friend wanted the personality, the persona, the swag, the charisma, the humor, the charm, the charisma. The friend wanted to be likable just like Nolan, allegedly. I'm also seeing a triangle, and I'm seeing the girl who the friend and Nolan both like. Somehow, some way, she is in connection to the woman who said that Emmett Till whistled at her, allegedly. Now, I'm not sure if Nolan is related to Emmett Till, but there is a spiritual connection there. I wouldn't even be surprised if Emmett Till reincarnated into the body of Nolan. And the young man who was jealous of Nolan, allegedly, he is related to one of the men who unalived Emmett Till. So this is unfinished business that started way back yonder. I want to circle back on that jealousy that the friend had towards Nolan. This particular friend allegedly was throwing his life away. I'm seeing that the boy, his parents, set up his life for success to where all he had to do was just walk in it. But instead, he used those connections to destroy his life. I'm seeing a dependency. I'm also seeing prescriptions. Also seeing the word manipulation. So maybe this individual would manipulate his parents' connections to get prescriptions under false names, allegedly, because he had a dependency on them. Allegedly, he probably was addicted. This particular young man made bad choices after bad choice after bad choice. He was reckless with his life. He thought he was invincible. Every time he got into some trouble, his parents would always bail him out, clean it up, all that stuff. Allegedly, Nolan caught this particular friend doing something that he had no business doing, and Nolan was going to report it. And because of that, the friend began to panic, but he still planned how he was going to take Nolan out, allegedly. This friend also had connections and helped to do this. The water was not what took him out of here. That was to cover what they did. Allegedly, right now, they are trying to gather sympathy, play on the emotions of the public, so that karma can turn in their favor. The young man who was jealous of Nolan, he was about to face his karma for all the reckless decisions that he did.
3 people were involved. This is the person who did the deletion, and this is the person who controls the other 2. Deletion happened by drowning, with a pew-pew being involved as a pressure point, and I believe that's what is on the back of the head. I see him being held off the side of the boat at one point, upside down. This is chills up your spine energy, like just an absolutely terrifying person. Very optimistic and smart, a forward-thinking individual, and he never did anything unless he felt solid in it. So when he was led into these people's lives, when he was led on this boat, he was lured by people who pretended to encourage him, pretended to care about his dreams, and offered abilities. He thought he was safe, but this one in particular is a jealous child and says, well, I am the king of the wands, so I can't have someone having all this power. But just like their son, the parents are very spirited, 8 and 8. So for everything that they loved about their son, they're going to put in work for his justice, and they've hired the best. Benjamin Crumb. So these 2 will face off in court. They win, they get justice for him. However, they will still be greatly hurting, questioning everything. Their family suffers, they have to move, and someone dies of a broken heart. And yeah, you're glad that you won for your son, but it never fills the void, sadly. As for what happens to the murderers, this position of this card is very insecure people. So they lose their security, they lose this fortress they built around themselves, the ground they stand upon. Like, they lose all of the structure they've had in place for so long that has allowed them to be evil. Their reputation gets tarnished, they lose their community connections, their friendships, all bye-bye. The approach in court of, well, I'm just not going to say anything, doesn't work out well for them because the proof still comes out. And whatever happens in court ends up causing them to destroy themselves. I see them deleting themselves. This is destructive behavior consuming you.